Good day. My name is Gospel, and I'll be teaching you a few tools in CorelDRAW today. First of all, we start with the pick tool. This is the most one among the most used tools in CorelDRAW. The pick tool. It's the tool you use to click almost everywhere in CorelDRAW. Click on any tool you want to select. That's the use of the pick tool. So we have the shape tool. The shape tool is a very important graphic tool. It has a number of tools under it, like the smooth tool, smear tool, tweak tool, attract and repair, smudge, roughen, and we are going to touch each of these tools. Now let's see how you can use the shape tool. This class initially is supposed to hold the first four tools in CorelDRAW, but for the sake of teaching, I would love to borrow the square tool and the rectangle tool and the ellipse tool. So now let's see how we can use the shape tool. The shape tool can be used to do a lot of things. Can be used to make curves, make some lines, make a different number of shapes, create different number of shapes. Let's see a few ways we can use the shape tool. Say I have this rectangle this way, and I want to bend the edges of this rectangle. I'll come to my shape tool, click and hold, and you drag, and there we are, the rectangle. Now you can see we have another shape. There's another shape for us. Control undo to come back to the normal state. You can see just curve the edges just a little, just something like this. See another use of the shape tool. We can control undo to come back to normal. We can right click here, convert to curves. Here we are, and we can make a node here. Double click here to make a node. Just drag it a little bit down, and there you go. We've made another shape there. Okay, control undo. We can say okay, let's bring this to this point, and we've made another shape there. Or we can say okay, let's do something like this, or this, or this. Bring this here. You can make basically a lot of things with the shape tool. You can see how trying to clear this, double click to make the nodes, come here, you come down, and anyhow you want to position it. So control undo, 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 and we are heading back to our normal shape. Now this convert to curves, the first convert to curve we are doing, it's going to work mostly like straight lines, like moving in a line way. It's not going to be a curve that you can bend. It's just going to move this way like this. So control undo. Let's get the normal shape. Now, if you want to make a curve, like bend something, you can just say right click here and say to curve. Now you see that CorelDRAW has brought you some curve arrows. Now you can move this way. You can do this way. You've gotten a curve. You can come here and say convert to curve. This is to curve here. And now you see these arrows. You can use them to switch to wherever you want. Raise it this way. Just bend it to suit what you want. Just bend it any way you want it. Kind of shape you want. You can say come here and say convert to curve here, and here are your arrows. You choose to take it this way, or this way, or bring it a little like this, and you've made a curve. So it depends on how you want your curve to look. You can make your curves in a lot of different ways using the shape tool. So that's few of the uses of the shape tool. Okay, now we are going to move to the smear tool. Now, what the smear tool does is it just smells the edges. Look at this. You just click and hold, and see how it's bending it, it's bending it, it's bending it, it's bending it. You can see all I need to do is just click and hold. You can see how it's still bending, it's still bending. So when it's your satisfaction, you just let go of the hold, something like that. Now you see what we have there. Okay, let's try this on a normal rectangle that is not converted to curves. Look at this here. Let's do this. zoom to this place. Let me show you. You can see very well. Now we pick the smear tool. We just come here, we click and hold, and you see it's bending already. So you just allow it to bend to your satisfaction. Click and hold. When it's okay for you, you let go of the click, something like this. And here we are. That is it. So that's one among the uses of the smear tool. Sometimes you just want to bend one of the edges. You don't want to go using the shape tool. You can just use the smear tool. It can be used for a lot of things, depending on your creativity, how you want to get creative with the tool. I can see in different number of different ways for your designs. Now we have the smear tool. Sorry, that was a smooth tool. We have the smear tool. This is actually the smear tool. That was the smooth tool. This is what the smear tool does. Make something like a point. Okay, I don't want that there. Let's say I want it here. Just click on this node, hold, and maybe drag it inside. It looks something like that. You can hold, click on this node, hold, drag it outside, and you see what it's doing. That's it. This is the use of the smear tool. These are the kind of things you can use the smear tool to do. So it's not necessarily you click on any node. You can click anywhere, hold, and drag it. Click anywhere, hold, and drag it, and it will do exactly what you want. Sometimes you're making a design and you see this kind of on irregular shapes, and you're wondering, how did this person do this? Did this person use the shape tool? Or what did he use? These are the kind of things you can use tools like this to do a lot of creative things. Okay, so let's move to the twill tool. Now, like the name implies, twill. It's more of like, let's say, um, twirling, like spirals, something like that. Okay, let's see how we can use that. Let's say I come here and I click on this rectangle here, and I start. You get, just click and hold, and it's doing the magic. It's doing the magic. It's doing the magic, and you let go, and that is there. You can see come here. All you need to do is just click and hold, and it's doing the magic for you. It's doing the magic for you. It's doing the magic for you. It's doing the magic. Now you can manually do that too. You can click, hold, and decide to turn it how you want it to turn. Like you see, I'm turning my mouse. You see, and then hold to an extent. Maybe drag it, you get something like that. Or like, okay, sometimes you want to give a wooden feel on a graphic work, like something like this. Now if I press this on maybe on a brown surface or on a log, you can see that, that is representing a wood. It's representing a wood. And you can use this for discs and anything you want to use it for. Depends on how creative you want to get with it. So let's click here again, allow it to curl a little. Maybe we take it here, then we bend it in our own way. We twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, maybe something like this. And then we'll move it like, maybe just keep moving it on that line. Maybe still move it back. You can see that we are already forming something. So it depends on how creative you want to get with the tool. You can use the tool for a lot of things, a lot of things, a lot of things. So that is it. That's the use of the tweet tool. So we'll move to another tool, which is the attract and repel. Attract and repel tool. It also does just much of some shaping too. You can see something like this. Let me bring it closer. You can see these lines were straight before. If you have a look, so you see that, okay, we just clicked here and dragged it up a little. Look at that. So now we formed, let's double click to let go. We formed an attraction down here, and we formed the same attraction the other side. Now that one, the other side is called repel. That is what is repelling, like it's attracting and repelling, like a magnet, something like that. So let's try that here too. So right here, so let's click and hold and take it up and boom, double click, and we're there. So you can see when we were kids, we draw some fishes. There were some kind of fishes we drew then, back then. You can do something like this. Maybe let's just give it an eye here, and that is our fish. That is how we draw fishes when we were kids, something like that. And that's the use of one among the use of the attract and repel tool. Depending on what you're designing, you can use it in a different number of ways. Okay, so let's move to another tool. We have the smudge tool. Oh, sorry, the smudge tool. Now the smudge tool, it's also one among the, should I call it, the sons of the shape tool. Let's say basically I would say maybe you want to draw like a road map. Should I say a road map? Not really. Maybe you want to create an intersection within a break in a straight line, like maybe something like this. Not necessarily straight line, a break in a line. You just click and hold and drag it down. Let's zoom. You can see that the line broke. You see? It broke, it came down. So maybe let's say you want to create something like, let's see how we can use to create something like waves. Can we do that? Smudge too. Now, there are a number of ways you can use this. You can set uh, its size here. You can add this. This is 1.27. Let's see what 1.27 will do for us. This, uh, this, us. This is what 1.27 did for us. So now let's clear this off and write, let's say, 8. Yeah, that should serve, and enter. So let's see what 8 will do for us. Create, and do you look at that? So we can now add it to, let's say, 20, depending on what you want to do. You know how creative you want to get with it, and boom, we got it. You can see, take it there. It's not necessary to hold it on a node. I just held it there because I wanted to. You can hold it anywhere, maybe here. Look at that. We just some clicks to give you some little things. But then if you want to form something specific with it, you click and you hold and drag it however you want it to be. So that's another use of that tool. You just get creative with it. Don't worry, maybe in our subsequent classes will be designing, but I'll leave that for much later. I think we still have another tool here, the roughen tool. The roughen tool, now what the roughen tool does, as the name implies, let me add this so that we can see how wide it goes. Let's say 9, yeah. So let's see how we can rough this thing. Are you looking at this? Something like that. So now for like physics students, maybe you want to draw a capacitor or something, or you want to show an illustration, you just draw your rectangle tool, you just pick your roughen tool and you click on it and hold and start giving what you want. Maybe you click, hold, and just keep moving it. Maybe just move it straight on the line. Sometimes you don't even need to shake it, and it's giving what you want. Yeah, like, look at that. I didn't shake up, I didn't go down. Okay, let's click here and go sideways. Are you seeing what I'm doing? I see what I'm doing. So it's giving different breakings points depending on how where the two intersect. Like intersects here, it intersect again. It came intersected here, and you can see that. Now we can make this more bigger than this. You can just come here and let's say 50. Let's see how that goes. 50, and look at this. Look at that. Maybe we'll come here again. Can you see that? You can hear the, you can see that, right? Or now maybe we just want it on the straight line. So just click, hold, and keep dragging it on that straight line, and it will continue giving you that until the point where you want. So now that's another use of the roughing tool. Like the name implies, rough. It just makes things rough. Gives it pointed edge. And of course, you can use the shape tool to come back and do some little magic to this. You look at this. You can just use this and maybe even delete some nodes. Just get creative with this, something like this. You can just, these were small, so we can't really see here unless we zoom, but you can have a look at that. Maybe just you can make another section from here. Then maybe you delete this node, this node. These are called nodes, and this one, and you see, you look at something like that. So you can use these tools to make a lot of magic in graphic design. I call this set of tools the shape tool and the smell tool, the smooth tool, the roughen tool, the tweak tool, the attract and repair. I call them graphic tools, my graphic tools. That's just what I call them because I use them a lot. So that's it for those. Now let's move to the eraser tool. This is the eraser tool. Of course, there are a lot of tools here: crop, knife, visual segment, delete, eraser. So let's start with the crop tool. The crop tool, maybe you just want to see a specific area in your workspace, maybe just this, and enter. Sorry. Yep, just this. And you see that now all actions you are taking will just be along this place. Just sit on crop and drop the two. Control undo. Just clear. Let's clear this. Let's clear this. Let's pick two, and this is it. So let's move to the knife tool. The knife tool, as the name implies, knife is used for cutting. So you can just come here, let's click on the knife tool and just cut this segment off. Now click here. Sorry, that wasn't this way. Drop the tool, come back, click on this, and you see this is the part we cut off. You can see it here. Maybe just click here and drop it, and you see that this shape is not like this. It's not you going to maybe trying to get something like this, and then you go and start drawing a rectangle to cover this place. Maybe give it this white color so that to cover that, and then you pick it. I know a lot of graphic designers do this. You pick it and then you bring it here. You start working on it, and you take off the outline of this. Sorry, my mouse can be like that sometimes. You take off the outline of this, and then it looks like you formed a shape here. No, 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 that's not how you do. A lot of ways you can do this. You can use the knife tool to do a lot of magic. Okay, let's see some. Let's do something else with the knife tool again. Let's do something else. Let's say control and draw. You hold on control and draw a circle to get a perfect circle. Click on the knife tool. Let's say we want to get a circle that is not too complete, but somehow just how we want it. Maybe something like this. Is it this? No, let's go with this. Yeah, let's go with this. So now let's click here, click outside and pick the part where you cut off. Viola. So that's what it is. You can use this to make a lot of designs. You can say, okay, let's give this a bigger outline. Let's say 4.0. Let's give it white color. Let's take it to our design wherever you are designing, and then use it for something. Just get creative with it. Alright, I'm going to delete this so that we can continue with other things. Come here, you see to fit and page, and it fits back to page. Alright, so we have the next two here. We have virtual segment delete. Virtual segment delete, I it doesn't really much differ from the knife tool, though it's still a different tool altogether. Something like this. Like it just delete the whole segment. Like, okay, let me bring back what we're doing. Control undo. Yeah. Instead of selecting all, let's just say I just come here and just select this virtual segment and it's gone. Maybe come here and select this ones here and it's gone. You see? Maybe just come select this one here and it's gone. So that's what the visual segment delete tool does. Then we have the last tool here, which is the eraser tool. The eraser tool, well, it is used for a lot of things, but let me give you a little sharp illustration that can give you something. Eraser tool, maybe you're designing, and at the point in your design, you don't want uh, the full. Let's say you're working on a cloth on somebody's picture, and then at the point in time, you want some places of that cloth to be torn off so that you can see, so that somebody can see the main background. Maybe just your own style of design. You can use the eraser tool to do something like that. Okay, so let's say let me give you a clear example of what I'm talking about. Let's give this blue color. So these are CMYK colors I'm using here. But when you're designing, you can use RGB. Okay, so let's say something like this. Now this, let's give this white color. So now I want to see some shades of the blue behind. So I'll just pick my eraser tool and do something like this. And you see, this is the blue behind. So that's what I was telling you about. Okay, maybe let's pick the eraser tool and maybe let's give it a wider width. Let's give it something like 10. And then let's come here. Now let's do something like, let's write something like S E E. Maybe just a style you want on that design, something like that. You look at this. You see this? Now you see that we have erased this portion of the up, and then you can see from down to the background. There are a lot of ways you can use this. You can harness this tool to make a lot of creative designs, but this is just an introduction to a few tools in CorelDRAW. You can use your initiatives and you get something very sweet. There are a lot of things you can do with this. Okay, like in a layman way, I know some people like to, just harness some tool and use for something. So let's say we pick this and I'm saying, okay, this is the road from anywhere you want. You can mention from your house to your friend's house. Then you say you take a straight walk and then you take a turn here, maybe a white junction, something like that. Anything you can say. And then maybe you say this road leads to my female friend's house. And maybe this one leads to my male friend's house. And maybe let's say this one runs straight into the stream. Yeah, something like that. So you see that we've even made something like that, call it a map or whatever. I can just give it this black color and you look at that. So a lot of tools. I think we can do that with another tool here too. We can do that with um where is this tool? This merge tool. Yeah, I think so. So let's see how we can use this merge tool for that. Just draw something like this. Pick this merge tool. Let's see if we can use this merge tool for something like that too. Just say here and then here and then here. And you look at that. Okay, let's say I want to draw a map. Just a map, just an illustration of a map. So I'll draw my rectangle. And let's say let's pick this merge tool. Let's give it a little millimeters. Let's say 2. Enter. And let's start our drawing. My mouse can misbehave sometimes. Something like this. And then something like this. Something like this. Just anyhow you want it. This is just for maybe you want to draw something like a map and you just want to get creative. You can do anything. You can do anything. Maybe you want to show a road presentation and you want to just do something, do something, do something. You can use these tools to just get creative. Not that I'm saying that's their use, but I'm just trying to be a little bit something with that. Oh, that's way too big for us. That's it. 2 should serve us something like this. That's a road intersection you got there. And maybe another road came here, intersected here. And then maybe this one, because it's a narrow road, the bikes decide to use this one, or the cars decide to use this one. Oh, and then this is the only place you intersect with this road. So something like that. You just get creative with it too. So for this class, we'll be stopping there. That'll be the end of our. Oh, I said 4 tools. The zoom tool, of course, is just to zoom and reduce. Zoom, click, click, click to zoom, and you right click to drag back. You click to zoom. If you're using a mouse, you can just scroll up and scroll down. That's the use of the zoom tool. So today, that's the end of our class. Hope to see you another time. Thank you.